Hi everybody, today is another Clue comic review. Now if you watched my video a few episodes back, I did a review of the issue number 1 of IDW's Clue comic. They have actually come out with issue number 2. It came out in July of 2017, which is this one over here. I'm going to be doing a review of that one soon, so if you want to stay tuned for that, be sure you're subscribed. But anyway, we're going to flash back over here to issue number 1, because I got 4 of the 5 different issues. They made a separate issue for, various reasons, just to, upset us collectors so that we can spend more money with them. But I managed to track down all 4 variations of the first issue and just give you a quick peek, all 3 variations of issue number 2. But issue number 1 actually had a 5th variation, and it was only available at the San Diego Comic Con. I am in Georgia, nowhere near San Diego, so I actually ordered it on eBay, and it just came in, and I thought we'd take a look at it together. I'm not entirely sure what I purchased. I know, basically, I ordered the 5th variation cover, but the eBay listing indicated there would be some other things included, so I'm kind of excited to see what that is, but I'm not going to be too disappointed if it's anything that's not special, because really, again, all I wanted was that 5th cover, which is basically supposed to be this cover, just kind of more in black and white with very little bit of actual color to it. So let's go ahead and open the envelope and see what we got. We got another envelope. Now, I did buy this on eBay. Like I said, it was a bit pricey, but it came rather fast. I think the San Diego Comic Con just ended, or might still be going. I'm not entirely sure. But I had to pay, I think it was like $54 to get this with shipping, which, I hate to spend so much money, but it's Clue, and I have a Clue obsession, so I will purchase, or I will spend more than, average, I suppose, to get these Clue items. They've certainly done a great job packaging this. Let's open this next envelope and see what's inside. Okay, now I am actually kind of excited. This looks awesome. Look at that! It is a Clue envelope. Convention exclusive pack. IDW evidence collection dates 7/19 to 7/23 of 2017. It says the contents include the 1 rare variant cover, 3 issue number 1 variant covers featuring the alternate endings, which, by the way, only happens in the first issue. Issue 2, no matter how many covers you get, you still get the same ending. But I'm going to review that again in a future video. And then 1 bonus card set. So I'm going to bring the camera in a little bit closer so you can get a better look as we take a look at this very awesome convention exclusive pack. I'm so hesitant. I should have bought 2 of these because I don't want to open it. It's got a seal on the back, but I'm going to do it for you guys. So here we go. So here is a close-up of the envelope. It is copyright 2017 by Hasbro. Now again, these comics came out in June of 2017. That was the first issue, and then they're continuing. It is currently July. They're on issue number 2. It's a product of IDW, and it is a Clue comic. Now, this is the typical Clue logo with the red U, which bothers me incredibly because one of the versions way back when, just FYI, had a red square here in the L too, which kind of made that more of an obvious question mark. I don't know why they ever did away with that. I wish they would bring that back because I hate this red U. But anyway, that's not what we're here to discuss today. We're going to open this up. On the back, we have a barcoded sticker that says Clue Bundle SDCC 17. That's San Diego Comic Con 2017, with, I suppose, some sort of individual barcode there. Now, this was perfectly sealed about 5 minutes ago, but as I went to finish up this video, I noticed that the camera stopped recording. So we're going to go through this again, at least I am. It'll be the first for you, but the second for me. So I've already seen what's inside. You're going to miss some of my fanboy gushing which there was a lot, but I'll pretend for you. Anyway, what we've got here inside the envelope, which I'm just going to sit to the side, is the Convention 2017 exclusive cover and some clue cards. We'll get to those in a moment. But let's go ahead and take out the cover. Now, there were the 4 different covers, and they are all included here. But mainly, the San Diego Comic-Con convention cover is the same as the regular edition cover without any of the coloring for the background. I'm not sure why they chose to go with that route. It seems a little strange, but anyway, it's still pretty cool. It does have all the suspects still in color, so you can easily identify who is who, and if you're not sure who's who, be sure to check out my other video, the Clue Comic #1 review, where we go through each of these characters in depth. Because there are the classic 6 that we all know and love, but then there's a couple extras. There's Detective Ochre, there is Detective Amarillo, and the Butler. His name is Upton. I don't know why. But anyway, let's move on. So again, that's the only difference between the 2 covers, and it says, you know, the convention exclusive. I had to have it because it is a Clue product, and I have to have all the Clue products. So we'll just set this over here for the moment. Next up in the package were the Clue cards, which are actual suspect Clue cards. This was a surprise to me. I had absolutely no idea what to expect when it mentioned cards. And since I love Clue cards, we're going to take a look at these. If you want to see the Clue cards for basically all of the suspects and all of the different versions of games that I have, you can take a look at my website, theartofmurder.com, where, you know, basically we look at the art of all of these murderers. Except for Mr. Body here. Mr. Body is actually the victim, although we don't know that for sure. We're just assuming he's dead, but these comics have gone in such a strange direction, I don't know what to expect. So stay tuned for reviews on those. If you haven't checked them out, please do so. This is actually not the very first depiction of Mr. Body. I think it might be the actual first card for Mr. Body, but he has been depicted in a couple of other versions, primarily in like rule booklets and so forth. Mr. Body is listed card number 1 of 8. Card number 2 of 8 is Dr. Orchid. She's depicted here with a lead pipe. She has a green background, which is a little strange because her character is primarily depicted as more of a pink, color theme, even though I guess an orchid could be one of many colors. Mrs. White is the character that Dr. Orchid has replaced in the classic board game. Now she's depicted here with a knife. Typically Mrs. White has been, a maid or a housekeeper or so forth, but in the Clue comic world, she is a high-powered senator. Next up, we have Professor Plum. Professor Plum is depicted here with a wrench. Mr. Green actually doesn't appear to have any weapon, but he is a green character background, as fitting, I suppose, of his suspect name. Don't want to move ahead too fast. We've got Colonel Mustard. Now, we've seen this artwork in some other promotional materials online, and one would have assumed that this was going to be a cover for one of the comics, but it actually, turns out that this artwork is for this card, which is kind of interesting. Miss Scarlet is probably the worst character in this whole comic. She looks like Gem from Gem of the Holograms. It's just awful. And then lastly, we have Mrs. Peacock. I'm not going to go into too much detail about Mrs. Peacock. She's the old matron of the game, the one we all know and love. So these are the suspect cards. We'll make sure you can all see them. Hopefully they're all in the frame here. But notice that there are a couple of weapons missing now. This here on Miss Scarlet's card could be the coil of a noose, so this could be the rope depiction here. So we've got the rope, the wrench, the knife, the lead pipe. I don't see a revolver, and I don't see a candlestick. If you see them in the cards, please go ahead and let me know, because I sure don't see it. And then again, that's the clue background, and that's the same on all of the cards. So, there we go. What do you think? I love this. I know it's kind of crazy, but you know, I'm a collector. I love everything Clue, but this just makes me really happy. It was kind of pricey, and it took a while to come, but I am really thrilled. I was prepared to be happy with just the, special cover editions. I really had no idea that these Clue cards were coming, and I think they're fantastic. I know that sounds probably completely bizarre to a rational person, but I'm a collector, so I don't have to be rational, and you don't either. You can let me know how much you love these as much as I do. These characters, I've grown up with them since, I started watching the Clue movie when I was a little kid of like 5 or 6. I'm not going to tell you how old I am now, but that was many, 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 many years ago. So it's like these characters are practically my family. So I love seeing, how they change and they grow throughout the years too. So you can check out, again, the Clue suspects and how they've changed throughout the years on my website. You can follow along with my videos if you want to see me unbox some new Clue games that I got and review some of my hundreds of other Clue items, which I'm going to be doing over the next several weeks. So stay tuned for that. Until then, I'll see you around. Remember, if you're going to play, play to win.